Good morning, students. Today we shall be continuing with the next chapter of your course, that is chapter number 10, the sermon at Banaras. Now, first of all, let us have a brief introduction about the author of the chapter. The author of the chapter is Betty Wenshaw, and he has written the book Values and Voices, a College Reader. He was born on 5 May 1928 in Manchester in United Kingdom. Now first of all, let us have a brief introduction about the chapter. The chapter, it is an extract from Betty Renshaw's book Values and Voices. It has a brief narrative about Gautam Buddha and a story about his disciple Kisa Gautami and how he enlightens her about the human suffering and grief. Now, the text is written in an old fashioned style, for it reports an incident more than 2 millennia old, and it presents extracts from Buddha's sermons at Benares. So, as you go through this chapter, you will come to know how great Gautam Buddha was, how he awakened the people, how he brought them out of their sorrows. Clear? Now, as the chapter begins, first of all, it is given that Gautam Buddha began life as a prince named Siddhartha Gautam in northern India. At 12, he was sent away for schooling in Hindu sacred scriptures, and 4 years later he returned home and married a princess. They had a son and lived for 10 years as befitted royally. At about the age of 25, the prince, heretofore shielded from the sufferings of the world, while out hunting, chanced upon a sick man, then an aged man, then a funeral procession, and finally a monk begging for alms. That is, till now he had lived a royal life, but once what happened, he went for hunting, and while hunting, by chance, he met a sick man. First of all, he met a sick man, then he met an aged man, then he saw a funeral procession, then he saw a monk begging for alms. Now, these sights moved him a lot. And what happened? He went out into the world to seek enlightenment concerning the sorrows he had witnessed. That is, he was very upset by looking at these sad sights, and because of the sorrow he went out he left his home, and he wanted to seek enlightenment means high spiritual knowledge. And he just moved about, he wandered for 7 years, and finally he sat down under peepal tree, where he vowed to stay until enlightenment came. मतलब उन्होंने खुद से निश्चय किया कि अब मैं यहीं बैठा रहूँगा जब तक कि मुझे एनलाइटनमेंट नहीं मिलती, जब तक कि मुझे ज्ञान की प्राप्ति नहीं होती है. Enlightened after 7 days, he renamed the tree the Bodhi tree, tree of wisdom, and began to teach and to share his new understandings. At that point, he became known as the Buddha. That is, Prince Gautam came to be known as Buddha. What is the meaning of Buddha? The awakened or the enlightened, one who has gained knowledge, the ultimate knowledge. The Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Banaras. So, sermon को क्या बोलेंगे हम हिंदी में? प्रवचन. मतलब उन्होंने बनारस में अपने प्रवचन देना शुरू किया. Most holy of the dipping places on the river Ganges. That sermon has been preserved and is given here. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one inscrutable kind of suffering. That is, in this sermon, in this saying by Buddha, we'll come to know that suffering is common to all the people. Every person has to suffer now or then in the life. But what happens is that the one who is sad, the one who is undergoing suffering, thinks that all others are happy, and he is only the person who is suffering, who is having sorrow. So Here it is the story of a disciple of Gautam Buddha by the name of Kisa Gautami. Kisa Gautami had an only son and he died. In her grief, she carried the dead child to all her neighbors, asking them for medicine, and the people said, "She has lost her senses. The boy is dead." At length, Kisa Gautami met a man who replied to her request, "I cannot give thee medicine for thy child, but I know a physician who can." And the girl said, "Pray tell me, sir, who is it?" And the man replied, "Go to Sakya Muni, the Buddha." Means he just gave her the direction that we don't have any medicine for your child, because they knew that child had died. But they gave her the right direction. He told her that you go to the Buddha. Now Kisa Gautami repaired to the Buddha and cried. Repaired to means she went to Buddha and cried, "Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my boy." Buddha answered, "I want a handful of mustard seeds." And when the girl in her joy promised to procure it, the Buddha asked, "The mustard seed must be taken from a house where no one has lost a child, husband, parent or friend." उन्होंने क्या बोला कि तुम मुझे एक मुट्ठी भर के मस्टर्ड यानी राई के दाने लेकर के आओ। बहुत खुश हुई कि ठीक है, ये तो मैं ले आऊँगी, इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है। तो गौतम बुद्ध ने कहा कि लेकिन वो राई के दाने तुम्हें उस घर से लाने हैं जहाँ पे कोई भी कभी किसी ने अपना कोई भी नियर एंड डियर मैन कभी खोया नहीं हो। Poor Kisa Gautami now went from house to house, and the people pitied her and said, "Here is mustard seed, take it." But when she asked, "Did a son or daughter, a father or mother died in your family?" they answered, "Alas, the living are few, but the dead are many. Don't remind us of our deepest grief." And there was no house, but some beloved one had died in it. तो पूरे जगह वो घूमी, जहाँ भी जाकर के वो बोलती तो हर कोई उसको एक मुट्ठी राई देने के लिए तैयार हो जाता। लेकिन जब वो पूछती कि तुम्हारे घर में कोई अभी तक कोई मृत्यु तो नहीं हुई है, कोई यू हैव नॉट लॉस्ट योर नियर वन, everyone gave a sad answer that they at least they had lost someone or the other at that point of time. So she kept on wandering in the search of a house where no one had died. Kisa Gautami became weary and hopeless and sat down at the wayside watching the lights of the city as they flickered up and were extinguished again. Flickered up means वो लाइट्स देख रही थी। उस वक्त सिटी पुराने ज़माने की बात है, तो लालटेन वगैरह दूसरी लाइट्स जलती थी। तो जब ज़्यादा रात हो गई तो वो पहले डिम होने लग गई और फिर एकदम से बंद हो गई लाइट्स। एट लास्ट द डार्कनेस ऑफ द नाइट रेन्ड एवरीवेयर, और सब तरफ अंधेरा हो गया। एंड शी कंसिडर्ड द फेट ऑफ मैन दैट देयर लाइव्स फ्लिकर अप एंड आर एक्सटिंग्विश्ड अगेन। तो तब उसे समझ में आया, उसने मन में सोचा कि इंसान का जीवन भी इसी तरह से है कि देयर लाइव्स फ्लिकर अप मीन्स दे गेट ओल्ड and are extinguished means they die. That is all the people, they get old and they die. And she thought to herself, "How selfish am I in my grief. Death is common to all. Yet in this valley of desolation, there is a path that leads him to immortality who has surrendered all selfishness." तो उसके समझ में ये बात आई कि मरना तो सबको ही है, यहाँ पे कोई भी ऐसा नहीं है जो अमर हो, लेकिन वही अमर हो सकता है जो अपने सेल्फिश मोटिव्स को छोड़ दे, जो अपने से केवल अपने ही बारे में सोचना छोड़ दे। द बुद्धा सेड, "द लाइफ ऑफ मॉर्टल्स इन दिस वर्ल्ड इज ट्रबल्ड एंड ब्रीफ एंड कंबाइंड विद पेन." फिर गौतम बुद्ध ने उसको समझाया कि हम सब नश्वर हैं, हम सब में कोई भी ऐसा नहीं है जो अमर हो, सबको किसी न कभी ना कभी मरना है, और हमारे सबके जीवन में कोई ना कोई परेशानियां हैं। For there is not any mean by which those that have been born can avoid dying. After reaching old age, there is death. Of such a nature are living beings. As ripe fruits are clearly in danger of falling, so mortals, when born, are always in danger of death. As all earthen vessels made by the potter end in being broken, so is the life of mortals. Both young and adult, both those who are fools and those who are wise, all fall into the power of death, all are subject to death. So what he said, he gave the example of ripe fruits, gave the example of earthen vessels. उन्होंने बोला कि जैसे पके हुए फल गिर जाते हैं पेड़ पे से टूट करके, जैसे मिट्टी के बर्तन जो होते हैं कभी ना कभी तो टूटते ही हैं, उसी तरह से ही हमारा जीवन है. Of those who overcome by death depart from life, a father cannot save his son, nor kinsmen their relations. Mark. While relatives are looking on and lamenting deeply, one by one mortals are carried off like an ox that is led to the slaughter. So the world is afflicted with death and decay. Therefore, the wise don't grieve, knowing the terms of the world. तो उन्होंने कहा कि समझदार वही हैं जो इस सबको समझ आए, इस सत्य को समझ जाएं कि सबको एक ना एक दिन मरना है. तो इस पूरी दुनिया में यही है, बहुत दुख है, बहुत मृत्यु है, लेकिन जो समझदार लोग होते हैं उस पर भी दुख नहीं जताते, क्योंकि उनको पता है, उनको मालूम है कि ये तो होना ही है. Not from weeping nor from grieving will anyone obtain peace of mind. On the contrary, his pain will be the greater and his body will suffer. He will make himself sick and pale. Yet the dead are not saved by his lamentation. Lamentations mean रोना, पछताना, दुख व्यक्त करना. बोला कि इस सब से कुछ नहीं होता, से कोई जो गया वो वापस नहीं आने वाला. No one can be stopped from dying. He who seeks peace should draw out the arrow of lamentation and complaint and grief. उन्होंने बोला कि जिसको शांति चाहिए उसको अपने मन से दुख, पछतावा, शिकायतें ये सब ख़त्म करना पड़ेगा, जब भी मन की शांति पॉसिबल है. He who has drawn out the arrow and has become composed will obtain peace of mind. He who has overcome all sorrow will become free from sorrow and be blessed. That is, the one who has overcome this sorrow from his mind, the one who has understood this thing, will be the one who will be blessed, the one who will be all time happy in his life. With this, the chapter is over. Tomorrow we shall continue with the question answers of the chapter. Thank you.